All right, this is Rudy. It's April the 6th, and I may be slow, but I don't give up. I've never claimed to be an expert in this legal stuff, and I've spent a lot of time in Pacer, and it's cost me some bucks too, because every time you click on anything in Pacer, they just suck money out of your account. Like every time you download a document, they suck 10 cents a page or 4 cents a page. I'm not sure what the cost is, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. The point is that I remember Kent Hovind saying several times that when Eric Hovind was on the stand during his mother's sentencing, that Eric Hovind was testifying on behalf of his mother, and he referred to the fact that the court said that Kent Hovind was worse than a rapist, and I was never able to find that. I just couldn't find it. I just didn't, because I don't know how to use Pacer that good. I thought, well, I just don't know what to do about that. I can't find that. And you guys might remember a previous video that I put out, and also where I interviewed Pastor Greg Dixon, and Pastor Greg Dixon confirmed audibly over the phone that he heard Judge Margaret Casey Rodgers say that Kent Hovind was worse than a rapist. Not only that, but we have affidavits from various people that signed their good name and reputation to an affidavit that they heard her say that. When I say her, I'm talking about Judge Margaret Casey Rodgers. And yet in the Kent Hovind sentencing transcript, which I was able to find, you will not find that statement in the sentencing transcript, which any logical person would conclude that it's been falsified and edited out. And who would have the motivation to do that but one Judge Margaret Casey Rodgers? Well, anyway, going back to the sentencing transcript for Joe Hovind, the reason I was never able to find this document 252 under case number 83 is because I was always searching under Kent Hovind's name. And I never could find the sentencing transcript for Joe Hovind. Well, the reason I never could find it is because I wasn't searching under Joe Hovind's name. And in order to find this document 252, which is Joe Hovind's sentencing transcript, you have to search under Joe Hovind's name. So, I'm not a legal person. Matter of fact, let me just tell you guys something. I hate doctors, I hate dentists, and I hate lawyers. And I'm never going to engage any of those professions for the rest of my life, at least to the best of my ability. There may come a time when I break a bone, and I just absolutely got to go to a doctor to set it. But I've been doing pretty good here for about maybe 28 years that I hadn't had to use any of their services. But the reason I say that, folks, is I'm very disinclined when it comes to this legal crap, right? When somebody starts talking about lawyers and legal crap, my mind shuts down. But I do the best that I can because I got a friend in prison. Well, anyway, today is worth mentioning, guys. If you look on the screen here, Eric Hovind does say on page 30 of this document, and I'm going to put the location where you can download it from Dropbox and read it yourself, where he refers to the fact that the court said that his father, what he did was worse than a rapist. And it's actually in the trial transcripts, but you got to look up Joe Hovind's name and look up her sentencing transcript, not Kent Hovind's sentencing transcript. So I thought that's yet another piece of evidence that she did indeed say that. We know that she said that. We know Pastor Greg Dixon said that she said that. And all of these people, these 8 people who signed an affidavit, are not going to lie and collude together to lie about something that was said in open court. And it's just absolutely absurd to think that all these people are going to get together and collude and lie. So I just wanted to post this document, which I just became aware of today, believe it or not, even after having been involved in this thing for months, because I just never looked up Joe Hovind's name. I've always been searching on Kent Hovind's name. So I'm going to put this document in Dropbox, download it and read it. But Eric Hovind, while he's testifying on behalf of his mother, he basically says this: I realize that this court considered my dad and what he did worse than a rapist, and that's okay. I also understand that the heart of the king, as Daniel 4 says, is in God's hand. Now, why in the world would Eric Hovind refer to what the court said in conjunction and in relation to the fact that his dad was worse than a rapist? Do you think that Pastor Greg Dixon is lying? A man of God who's put his whole reputation as a Bible-believing Christian who says, thou shalt not bear false witness? And do you think that all of these people that signed an affidavit are lying? I don't think they're lying for one bit, folks. And I think that the Judge Margaret Casey Rodgers absolutely said that Kent's crimes were worse than a rapist. And I think that she was somehow involved in editing that trial transcript because she knows that what she said would prove that she's biased, incredibly biased. And I think that Judge Margaret Casey Rodgers has got a lot to stand and answer for come Judgment Day. And her best bet at this point in time is to recuse herself and to admit her sins and to repent for what she's doing to this man. So anyway, download the document, read it for yourself, page 30. I've highlighted it in this video as well. God bless.